Yamini.
Hi Siri, how are you?
I'm fine. Why are you not coming out to speak in the communication class?
I don't know how to speak in English, that's why I didn't come to outside to speak in English.
Then why are you not showing any interest to speak? Come out and learn something and to present your presentation.
Till now, we don't that use of communication.
If you don't have till now, then you'll have the use of communication in the future, right?
Yeah.
Then why don't you learn?
I have a lot of knowledge in technical skills, right? So that's why I didn't learn communication.
If you have knowledge in technical skills, what's the use of it? You have to learn communication, right?
In
Without
so-
communication, what can you do in your future?
In software, they're working in technical skills only, not in communication, right?
Even if you have a lot of technical skills, if you don't have good communication skills, they're not going to take you for the job. If you see in the interview, first they'll conduct a test for communication skills. If you pass in that, then they'll go to technical round. If you don't pass in it, they'll just push you out of the company. They don't take you for the further rounds.
In my point of view, in interview they ask only about ourselves, right? In that situation, we know about small communication skills, not about that much of communication skills. After going to software job, we can know about technical skills, right? We can work in we can work about technical skills only.
Even if you have some knowledge, they just don't ask you to tell about yourself. They also conduct group discussions and they give you many other topics. They give you social topics also. Then you have to be able to talk about this, right? Without communication, how can you talk about them?
In that situation, I will learn, right?
When will you learn? It's already 1 year. You haven't learned anything. Then when will you learn?
2 years are there. In that time, I will learn communication.
You're not having any interest right now. Then how will you get interest in 2 years?
I have knowledge a little bit in communication, not that much of communication.
If with little knowledge you can't go enter a company, right? You have to have perfect knowledge on communication. If you have perfect knowledge, then you will be able to manage everything in that company. There won't be anyone belonging to same language or same place from where you are coming, right? So you have to know the common language. The common language is English, so you have to know it.
I know Hindi. In the time I'll talk in Hindi, right?
Everyone can't understand Hindi, right? The people who are from South India don't understand Hindi. Then what would you do with them? They understand only English, not the native language.
In that time, in that situation, I will learn English. I have a lot of knowledge in a lot of knowledge in technical skills. I manage in that time.
What will you do with the technical skills when you can't explain it to others and when you can't tell about that to others? What will you do with the technical skills?
In my point of view, communication skills is not important, right?
How can you say that communication is not at all important? Communication is most important. Even if you don't have proper technical skills and if you are good at communication, they'll take you for the job and then they'll train you for the technical skills.
In that time, I will learn communication properly and I will communicate with my team leads.
They won't give you a job without you having good communication in the interview. If you don't communicate well, if you don't speak well in English in the interview, they are not going to select you for the interview.
In interview time, I will learn a little bit of communication and I will attend the interview and I'll get a job.
How can you get a job with little communication, Yamini? You can't get a job with little communication because there might be many other people who are expert in English and who would speak very well. So when you face an interview with them, how can you get a job?
I will learn much more of communication after getting a job and after.
First of all, they have to give you a job, right? Then without communication, they're not going to give you a job. Then how will you get a job?
In interview time, I will learn communication and then I will attend.
How
interview.
will you learn? You haven't learned anything since this whole year. How will you learn it just before the interview?
Yeah, I know how to speak in English a little bit and that time I will
That's
manage.
what I'm saying. Managing English, manageable English is not sufficient to get a good job. You can't get a job.